Good evening. Welcome to Stay Smoky TV, Baltimore, and the DMV's #1 cigar-related podcast. I'm Ron, a.k.a. the Urban Leaf, a.k.a. Mr. Stay Smoky himself, a.k.a. Top Shelf Ron, a.k.a. They hate me because they hate me, a.k.a. My humidor is better than yours, a.k.a. the Cigar Goat, a.k.a. I ain't never going out of town with Drano Smokes again.
You lost. It's Drano Smokes, y'all. Welcome back to Stay Smoky TV. Behind the camera, and now sound guy. We got this bootleg guy back.
It ain't no busy.
Yeah, it ain't no busy. Fake ass generic busy behind the mic. Say hi to the people, Black.
What's up, Doctor? Welcome back.
Thank you.
I'm just bullshitting. That's my guy. Rather had nobody else. But anyway, bro, what you smoking on? I see you lighting up already. What you got?
Wow. So, I knew you was gonna wait. You was gonna hold on to yours.
No, I'm holding on.
Smokey. You was gonna hold on to yours.
Yeah, you goddamn right.
This is the definition cigar. The actual name for it is the Conception, but me and Dre call it the Cinnamon.
That's his AKA. That's his AKA.
AKA the Cinnamon.
Yeah.
But this is the Conception. You know, they not even back out yet. You know, when you know the plug, you get it early.
Know the plug.
You know, and
you got one, Black?
My DC hat on.
I hold one for you.
The way you talk about it,
Yeah, I hold one for you.
sound like your first girlfriend.
You stupid. Oh yeah, and I'm pairing it with some Sazerac.
Right? Oh, my man.
I have the Cohiba Series M Mike. Let me get it. I think this is my second one.
You smoked the one that Brandon gave you?
I was ready to say, who gave it to you?
I don't know who gave me this.
That's the one Brandon gave you now, tobacco leaf. That's the new one. The brand new one.
Okay. Well, what one you gave me? You gave me a Cohiba something, didn't you? I got another one. I ain't. Anyway, yeah. Well, this is my first time having this one.
Yeah, that's the one Brandon gave you.
I had another Cohiba, but go ahead.
This guy.
Mm-hmm.
So, before we get into anything, let's talk about, something that's, I guess dear to all brothers, sisters of the leaf, anybody related to the tobacco industry. Prayers and stuff go out to the family of the people that the factory fire in Nicaragua for AJ Fernandez. Prayers out to you, Abel, and the rest of your family and staff. Hope nobody was hurt. Y'all come back strong. Y'all did. Y'all had a fire, I think it was actually 10 years ago, Christmas Eve, December 15th, they had a fire. So it's like 10 years. They had a fire 10 years ago.
They say did they know what started it?
Nah. So, prayers out to everybody in Italy that was affected by that. So, prayers to y'all. So, and also, I would like to thank everybody that's been supporting us. Stay Smoky TV. We making a little bit of progress. Of course, we need to make more progress. So, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and comment to Stay Smoky TV.
And tell your friends, too.
Yeah,
tell
keep
your friends,
watching
family.
our full episodes and watching our YouTube shorts and, our reposts on all our socials. We're here for the entertainment. So, yeah.
That's what it is, man. So, we already went through our appearance and stuff. So let's do a recap on our trip to Dallas, Texas.
I lost my bank card the first night.
that was his excuse for everything we did.
Yo, I still had Apple Pay.
How I'ma do it? Yo, I ain't got no bank card. I heard that about 30 times. I ain't got no bank card.
Like, that was true.
That's with the old
yeah, old okey doke. He probably had the bank card in his wallet the whole time.
I ain't had that shit. I just got that joint in the mail the other day.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to everybody in Dallas that looked out for us. Gentleman of the Silver Dollar, Bill Kelly and the crew. Shout out to J-Mon, Busy for linking up with us, interviewing. Shout out to Industrial. Big shout out to Corey McClure at Cigars International for booking our reservation, so we had a table at CI on a busy ass Friday night.
We did. He held us down.
Yeah, so shout out to Corey for that. Who you want to shout out to in Dallas?
Everybody.
And shout out to Dre Greedy ass. This motherfucker, bro. Black. This motherfucker cried about Smash Burger for 2 days, bro.
I finally
This motherfucker got that shit DoorDash from like an hour away.
Finally got it.
Fucking cheese hard again.
DoorDash and
That
cheeseburger
smash
to the
burger
cigar
was
shop.
delicious, bro. That joint was delicious. I'm glad I finally got it.
So yeah, that was cool. It was a good time. You know, most of the people we'll see in May in Houston.
Also the folks at Casa de Monte Cristo.
Yeah, Demetrius and them.
Demetrius.
Shout out to them.
Had a ball messing with him in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All the lounges, the Elite.
Yeah.
You know,
Shout out to Elite. Shout out to Miss K.
yeah.
Miss K, our bartender.
Yeah, so it was a good time, man. Hopefully,
boy.
Black will make a trip with us one time, man.
I'm going to Houston.
No,
You gotta do Dallas with us, bro.
You gotta meet the
crazy
family.
thing though, I was in Dallas a month before y'all.
Yeah, you need the experience, yo.
Yeah.
And when I say the experience, like the brothers of the Leaf that we kick it with down there, man, they show us a good time. They show us
I
around.
understand because I was in the wrong part of Dallas.
Oh yeah, shout out to Twin Peaks. I love Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks.
Well, we was at the last day.
Oh yeah.
Twin Peaks. That's a good smoking spot.
Yeah,
Shout out to
yeah,
Twin
yeah.
Peaks.
Oh, yo, you would have loved this spot, Black.
Yeah,
It was
nice.
it was a restaurant, right? But it had basically a sanctuary on the side.
Right.
It had the
built
big,
out of a log cabin.
yeah, like
Right.
Texas thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
The big plush leather seats.
Right.
They had the bar to die for. You know what I mean? Yo, it was dope, bro. TVs all around. They had all the games on
Right.
because the games was in full swing.
We ain't had to get up to eat. They bought the little table
Yeah.
trays where you just sit
Yo.
at the joint. Yeah.
Yeah, J Marsh showed us that spot. That was dope, bro. Like,
So
Yeah, they'll see me again.
What is the layout? So like it's just a whole bunch of cigar spots in one spot.
Nah,
Dallas is huge.
They
bro.
kind of spread out.
Yeah,
so
they spread out.
Bro, every place we smoked at was in a different part of Dallas.
Oh.
So we smoked at like Addison, then we was at Frisco, then we was at somewhere else. Like all of this is North Dallas though.
Right.
So it's still
So they
considered
like
Dallas.
20 minutes apart.
Yeah,
something
it's,
like
it's
that?
not south where like
Seemed like
Fort
everything
Worth
is
at.
20 to 30 minutes apart
Yeah.
down that joint.
So like Fort Worth and
and you
Arlington
still
is
be in
south.
Dallas.
And like Cigars International is at the Colony.
Mhm.
So that's north too. So
So I was in Richmond.
I think that you were south. Richardson.
That's north. It was 20 minutes out from the airport, north of the airport.
From Love Field.
No,
Or DFW.
Hobby.
DFW.
Oh yeah, so you
DFW.
yeah.
No, Hobby is in Houston.
I mean Love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, dope trip, man. Me and Ron really enjoyed ourselves. Look forward to going back there soon. Do
Yeah,
some
we got
good
we got some unfinished business.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. But Ron, tell me, you can educate us a little bit on this, man.
Oh yeah, so we got some cigar world news
Yeah.
in Belgium. Today started their ban on tobacco product display. So they say if you sell tobacco or cigars or cigarettes or anything like that, bro, you can't put any advertisement out about it. You gotta hide it. You gotta hide it behind the counter, and you just gotta tell people about it. You can't do no poster advertisement or anything like that.
So what is cigar lounge supposed to do?
So if you got a humidor, a walk-in humidor, you gotta tint the windows, and you can't have any lights or any illumination or strobe lights. So you can't have anything drawing attention to it, and you gotta tint the windows black so people can't see it from the outside.
Did they say the reasoning behind it?
No, they said that shit happened the day of the first day it started, and they said
Is there any tobacco commercials left?
no.
Well,
Well, it might be over there.
here is one.
Is it?
You don't be hearing
Yeah,
the
the Al Capone.
joint?
Yeah, I heard the Al Capone shit.
The Al
Yeah.
Capone commercial come on.
So they said they have a year to comply Like I guess if you already got like a humidor and shit, walk in. You got to move your stuff somehow, move your whole inventory behind your counter or whatever. They said they got a year to comply with it.
Now, that'll be easy for, like, say, the CI down in Dallas. That'll be easy for them because they get all their sticks are behind the
They just
window,
gotta tint
and
the
they
window.
can all they would have to do is tint the window. But like the CI up in Holmberg, PA, that'll be a problem. They would have to build something because basically their whole building is the humidor.
Right. So yeah, I ain't never been to Belgium, so
I'm just saying, like, it really depends on the layout of your lounge. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm sure it's gonna cost some people a pretty penny to get that shit right.
Yeah,
Up to government
that's
standards.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen.
I guess they trying to persuade people to stop smoking cigars. That ain't gonna happen here, but I ain't gonna say they won't start that restriction. I'm just saying people ain't gonna stop smoking cigars. Is what I'm saying.
True.
Because you never know what'll happen here. They taxing every goddamn thing and making up all these crazy ass rules.
So yeah, that was that for the additional cigar news. Oh, also, I attended the fundraiser for Scott at Top Dollar.
Sorry, I missed that one, man.
Yeah, so yeah, you know,
That
y'all
girl
had
had dance
obligations and
practice,
shit.
man. She had dance practice.
It was a good time, bro. People showed up. A lot of people bought. You know, they had what's called baller bands.
Yeah.
And the T-shirts and the hats he made. So he made the cigars and timepieces hat that he had. He had a
Scott?
T-shirt too. Yeah.
So Scott actually made it to the event?
No, he wasn't there.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
talking about the hats and the shirts.
Okay.
So they sold a lot of stuff, and they had a GTG meeting that night also. So like a lot of people showed up.
Okay.
It was a good look, man. It was a good time.
I mean, people can say what they want to say about the Baltimore area, man, but if one of the brothers of the Leaf or the sister of the Leaf is going through something and they throwing an event or is an event to, raise funds for somebody, we show up, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? If something happened to somebody, Lord forbid, if somebody passed away or something, the love be crazy.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing we do get right in this area, I believe.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? But if we ain't talking about no more cigar lounge topics, right? Let's talk about these NCAA men's basketball tournament brackets, bro. Now for this, it wasn't like the football pool. We kind of opened it up to some other folk, a couple of our friends. We opened it up to the Fats.
Mm-hmm.
I opened it up to a couple other people, and they ain't participate. But Neff got in it, and that's it from the outside, ain't it?
Yeah.
But last I looked, I believe I was in first. Was I? Or did Fats take first back over?
I think you might still be in first, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Either way,
yeah.
you don't have the Blue Devils winning, so it don't count.
No, well, because the Blue Devils not gonna win.
We are gonna win, bro.
Listen, man. Auburn is winning the whole thing.
They not, bro. Yeah, you still number one.
As I should be. And I just want to put this part out there because you and your wife made it your business, like the first day of the games to call. Well, not y'all called me. You let me know that y'all was talking trash to me because y'all thought y'all was doing something. Y'all thought y'all was up on me.
So I ain't real versed in the brackets, right? So I don't understand how this shit work, bro.
Well,
if you got points, max, and correct, how you got less wins?
Because
I don't get
because the wins in the later brackets, it's more points.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
So how that's determined?
Well, for this, I don't know the point system per bracket.
Okay.
To be honest, I don't know what each point is. But the first 32 some games, it was just 1 point per game. But as you progress, you got more points.
Okay.
As you got closer to the Final Four.
Okay.
But
you know who always bringing up the rear though?
Yeah. You could almost guarantee that. You could almost guarantee
Take that
that.
as a compliment.
And you always
What
know
they call the
who-
dude on Goodfellas?
right in front of them is always you. So
As long as I'm at the bottom, bro. If you ain't first, you last.
Hey, at least I'm consistent.
Mm-hmm.
What they called the dude on Goodfellas when they was betting on the horses and shit, and they like when the motherfucker bet on them. Was that Goodfellas or was that?
Goodfellas.
No, that was Bronx Tale.
I never seen Bronx Tale.
What?
Never seen that.
Take your black card, bro.
That ain't a black
Your
movie.
hood card.
No, you can't take my hood card for an Italian movie.
I can.
No, you can. I don't. No.
You grew up in East Baltimore. You supposed to watch every mob movie ever.
Nah.
You seen Mob Lane?
I ain't even
I
gonna.
started watching it yesterday.
I ain't even
It's
gonna
good.
get in. I ain't even gonna get
Yeah, I
into
watched
my
it.
views on that. But whatever, bro. And you hit me today about. Well, you actually sent the link to the chat about Maryland's basketball coach.
Right.
Here, Kevin Willard. He was the men's basketball head coach for the Terps, and I mean it was kind of being thrown out there throughout the tournament that he was going to leave after Maryland got bounced from the tournament, and sure enough he did. He left.
Well, I ain't I ain't a Maryland basketball fan, but that whole lie, bro. Cause Thursday he was like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Then Saturday that motherfucker was like, me and my family moving to Pennsylvania.
Bro, everybody knew what it was. That's what them coaches do. They knew what it was, yo. He knew what it was, and his players knew what it was. Because not only did he roll out most of the top guys,
Two of the starters
went into the portal. Yeah. So, but the good thing, I feel like Maryland rebounded pretty well because they got Buzz Williams.
Where he come from?
Texas A&M. So he a damn good coach. He been around a little bit. He been at Virginia Tech. He been to 2-3 other spots. I can't remember all the spots he been to, but he a pretty good coach.
So with that being said, when he come, like the assistant coaches and shit, he bring all his own coaches. Like, do the assistant coaches and shit we got stay or they move?
I mean,
because my man stink on the bench.
That I don't know. He probably want to bring in his own. Most coaches want to bring in their own staff.
Right.
Most coaches. But if he give them a shot and interview them and like them, then it's possible he'll keep them. But 9 times out of 10, he's gonna bring his own staff.
That's so it's also possible that they could go to Villanova then.
It's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible. But I don't know if. Well, I actually heard stories of Willard not getting along with his assistant coaches.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if Stink was one of them, but he probably wouldn't want to take them anyway if those stories was true. I got a little bit of sources. You know what I mean? Just a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little bit of sources.
Trying away Scott.
Just a little bit of sources. And I think my sources is pretty damn strong. You know what I'm saying?
That.
So, I've been hearing about the NBA so-called brawl.
That little phony ass fight, bro.
Bro, and the messed up part about it is it was Detroit in the brawl, right? It was Detroit and Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yo, that was a scuffle at best. That wasn't no damn brawl.
Dude
There was no punches thrown.
nuts.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
He grabbed his nuts when he was on the bench. He got 2 games. Everybody else got 1. And the coach.
That wasn't no.
Wasn't no pause.
It was. No, it ain't no pause because that's what happened.
His ass. He grabbed his nuts.
But that was phone like that. That is watered down from the real brawl. What was the real brawl called?
Malice in the Palace.
The Malice in the Palace.
Oh nah, bro. But that was against fans
Yo,
and shit.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that was
That was
fans.
that was
throwing
crazy.
Shit. This shit was contained.
Yeah, then nobody came off the bench. That was phony, yo. That wasn't. Which is good though. You don't want them dudes out there scrapping and all that. Somebody get hurt. They making millions of dollars. Go out there, play ball, make that money, man. You know what I mean? But I say it wasn't even that serious for it to escalate to that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
what you think about our boys now? You think we don't have to go to the play-in? What you think? How you think we looking?
No, we sitting in 4th place.
I'm just saying. You think we gonna be good though?
Yeah, there's only like 5 games left.
Yeah, 7.
Yeah. Well, if we go from 7, well, then again, I can't say that so confidently because, I think it's only a game or 2 separate us from 4th to 5th. No, from 4th to like 8th, I think.
Right.
Like,
so close.
Yeah,
there's a lot of games between OKC and then
right. So it's possible they could slip down to the play-in. So let me be easy on that. Let me retract that statement. But I think we good. LeBron back. Him and Luka seem to be playing good together. So I think we're gonna be all right. My concern is once we get in there, what we gonna do.
Okay.
What you think?
I think we're going all the way, bro. I got faith.
I ain't gonna go that shit down.
Come on.
Now they saying
I think we can beat OKC in 7.
they
Like
saying
Shannon Sharp said, KFC, UFC, Lakers in 5.
so. You know Durant could possibly be out for the rest of the season. They
Yeah, with the
said
ankle. It's only 7 games.
right, but they saying this might be his last, like the game. Well, he ain't actually playing. These could be his last days in Phoenix, bro.
I heard he might be going to Boston.
No, yo, that just wouldn't be fair. That wouldn't even be fair if he went to Boston.
Bro, Boston been doing that shit. Yo, they did it before.
No, I'm just saying, who will stop them? It's hard
They
to beat
did
Boston.
that shit before, bro.
It's hard to beat Boston now.
Bro, they did that shit before, bro. They did that shit before, bro.
No, yo, I don't want him to go
When
to
they
Boston.
had the big 3. When it was really like the big 6.
Well, they already got a big 3 really now, don't they? They got a big 3 now. They got Tatum, they got Brown, and they got Porzingis.
Right, and then he put KD in there.
It's a wrap. Go ahead and pencil them in for the finals. They'll win it unless somebody get hurt real bad. You know what I'm saying?
But that's it. KD ain't, you already know he not gonna play the whole season, bro.
Well, on that team, he probably can because he won't have to carry the load. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He could play reduced minutes or whatever, but the minutes he would play would be impactful. What KD? What he about, 35, 36?
Something like that.
Yeah, he got a lot of miles on his legs, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, we'll see.
Yes, we will.
We'll see. I just know Dallas probably feels stupid as hell. Getting rid of Luka. They gotta be kicking themselves in the ass. But street clothes back out there though, right?
Yeah.
He came back like 2 or 3 games ago.
Yeah.
So
That don't matter. He should have just stayed out the rest of the season.
yeah, I think him and Kyrie should have like a fresh year to start together. Have some time in the off season together, whatever. But they ain't even gonna have that because Kyrie probably gonna be rehabbing all the way up into the start of the season, maybe mid-season next year. That Achilles is a monster, bro.
Yeah.
So that's it on that, bro.
So, what you think about the women's tournament?
Oh, my girl. Now I got a favorite this year.
Who you got?
Juju was my favorite.
Bucher.
Juju was my favorite.
Okay.
Like once she went down though, I'm bandwagon hopping.
Okay.
Paige Beckers, bro.
She nice. Yeah, I mean, I heard
Paige
about
Beckers, bro. and I want it for her because people talking smack, right? Like Shorty, I think she like the number 1 all-time leader as far as scoring average for UConn. And you know it was some monsters in UConn, females. So they saying she ain't a real legend of UConn if she don't get a NCAA
Oh, yeah, I
title.
heard that on First Take.
So I want her to get that, bro.
Yeah, I heard
And
that on First
she
Take.
be putting up 40 a night.
I mean, I seen some highlights.
Yeah.
So you think they're gonna beat South Carolina?
Yo, Maryland had South Carolina beat. South Carolina ain't that this year. They good, but they ain't that. Like past couple years, they was to be feared. Like ain't no fear for them now.
Okay.
Paige gonna take them down, bro. I'm going in. I'm calling that shot right here, right now.
Okay.
Who you like?
I don't know. I just saw the
So how you gonna talk to me about sports?
Because I thought you
And
knew.
you
I just
don't-
know you knew the answer.
I don't know the answer. I'm telling you what I think. You know what I mean? I think that's just what it's gonna be.
I don't
Shorty,
know, bro.
Shorty is the truth. You know what I mean? Oh,
I mean, so was Caitlin Clark, and then they lost to LSU
no,
that year.
no, Caitlin.
They lost to LSU that year, bro.
I take Paige over Caitlin, which Gino did.
Okay.
Took Paige over Caitlin, yo.
Okay, that's fair.
But where he messed up, well, you can't foresee injuries. It just Paige got hurt like 2 seasons, so she ain't really get to display her talent like that. Now she right. getting right.
Okay. So, I saw this little picture. I'm gonna post a picture on the episode where it was like the Mount Rushmore of wrestling. It was on like some pro wrestling federation.
First of all, why did that even pique your interest?
Cause, bro, I was
Men
like,
in tights.
you know, shut your dumb ass up. It was like I was like, bro, I just felt like it ain't make no sense.
All right, so who they had posted?
So they had a pro wrestling Hall of Fame. They had Stone Cold, John Cena.
No, they had
Undertaker.
a Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, what I say?
You said Hall of Fame.
I mean, yeah, Mount Rushmore of pro wrestlers. So they had Stone Cold, John Cena, The Undertaker, and Incredible Hulk. Hulk Hogan. So, who you say would be your top four for the Mount Rushmore?
I need to know the criteria. Now, and I ain't trying to complicate it.
Oh yeah, I don't know. It didn't say that. It just was a picture, and it was like,
Well,
if
if you talking about the person that draws the crowds, then that's wrong. Like the person that gets people to buy pay-per-view hits or asses and seats, that's wrong. Now, if we talking pure wrestlers, that's still wrong. You know what I mean?
But
Because
what
I used to be a wrestling guy.
what would make it right?
All right, so what criteria would you want me to use? Putting asses in seats and buying pay-per-views?
Most champions, longest champions, or something.
Undertaker wasn't really a champ. He was a champ, but he wasn't champ like the other three
Well,
was.
yeah, the most entertaining, which would be putting
The
asses
most
in
okay,
seats.
all right, most entertaining. There you go.
Okay.
Most entertaining. Stone Cold definitely on there.
Okay.
Next, I would say, let me see that.
Is John Cena?
No, he's out.
Huh?
He's
How?
out.
Mr. You can't see me.
No, John Cena, he's
The
out.
wrestling version.
I
of
give
Vanilla Ice?
I give him an honorable mention, but he's out.
How about The Rock?
He's out. Who I'm gonna give you is I'm gonna give you Stone Cold Steve Austin. I will give Hulk Hogan his just due, even
Okay.
though he's a piece of shit now. Ric Flair,
But yeah, you gotta have Flair.
and who was my other one I told you? Oh, Bruno Sammartino. Now, I know Bruno Sammartino is not a modern day wrestler,
Right.
but just to give you a little history on him, he has the record back in the day for selling out the Garden the most times.
Okay.
So he is who Vince McMahon basically built this company off. Well, Vince McMahon Sr.
Right.
based this company off. So, number one, like we was talking earlier, number one, Bruno he Italian.
Okay.
So, you know, naturally, he had a huge following up in the tri-states area.
Okay.
So he used to sell the Garden out all the time. He was like a mega star for back in that period. Now Hulk Hogan, he took wrestling basically global.
Right.
So you got to give it to him. Like that's kind of the era when we was kids. Everybody loved Hulk Hogan. He had
Everybody
cereal,
wanted to be Hulkamania.
right? He had cereal. He had cartoons. He had movies. You name
Toys.
it. Yeah, he
Little weightlifting sets. and
he
shit.
was it. I mean, he really benefited from the crossover of like MTV and all that shit, like all merging together to make wrestling like a part of pop culture during that time.
Right.
Right? So, gotta give it to him. Stone Cold. Now, like I said, I was a wrestling guy, right? I'm too young to ever. I remember Bruno wrestling, but not in his heyday. I remember going to live events with Hulk Hogan, always sold it out. The energy that Stone Cold provided when he was wrestling was different, bro. He was next level. Now, if Hulk Hogan like took it to his heights, Stone Cold surpassed that. You
Right.
understand?
I get that, but
So-
bro, how could they make a Mount Rushmore without Ric Flair?
I said Ric Flair.
No, but I'm saying how's that even? How's Undertaker? I get John Cena because he was entertaining.
I'm gonna tell you how they going.
I feel like obviously somebody who made the post probably is like 20.
I'm gonna tell you how they gonna do it without Flair, because Flair always wrestled in how could I say a lesser organization than WWE.
Right, that's true. That's fair.
You know,
He wasn't never in WWE or WWE.
well, he was just not like at his heights, Ric Flair.
Right.
When Ric Flair came to the WWE, it was probably late 80s, early to mid 90s. So his star kind of dwindled a little bit.
Yeah. He was the star NWA and WCW.
WCW, NWA, a little bit AWA. See, the difference between Ric Flair was he was like a real wrestling champion. And when I say that is because he actually defended his titles in other countries.
Right.
The WWE just was United States. It was national.
Right.
Until like Hulk Hogan kind of made it global. But when I say Ric Flair went and fought another country, he would go fight the Japanese heavyweight champion and the Mexican heavyweight champion. He used to do shit. Like if you watch his documentary, he'll tell you like, yo, I fought here one night, had to fly to Japan, then I had to fly back home, then I flew back to Japan. Like he really did that shit.
Right.
Like he was really like the guy when it came to doing that shit. That's why I say he gotta be on the Mount Rushmore, bro. But I mean, The Rock can get an honorable mention.
Bro, he could go over there over time with Undertaker.
Well, I think The Rock get over because he had superior microphone skills, interviewing
that's
skills.
The entertainment.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, he gets over because of that, and like he owned the company now, or own a percentage of the company now.
Who was your best tag team?
That's a good question, Black.
Road Warriors.
They wasn't mine.
You
I liked them, but they
know
were
what
mine.
mine was? The Four Horsemen.
They wasn't a tag team though.
Why wasn't
They was
just a
they
group.
was what they called the
That's like how NWO was.
yeah. I forgot the name for them. They was a faction. That's what they called them. They was a faction. My favorite tag team was probably the Rock and Roll Express. They wasn't a part of WWE.
What about the Hart Foundation?
They was decent. I ain't dislike
What about the brothers?
them. Steiners?
The Steiners or the British Bulldogs?
They wasn't brothers. They wasn't blood
I
brothers.
mean, the Steiners was brothers, and then you had the British Bulldogs.
When you said British Bulldogs wasn't brothers.
Right.
Yeah, the Steiners was good too. But I don't think they had a long enough run.
Who was with the Undertaker first? Before you said Undertaker.
He just used his name. It was Mark
It
something.
was him and his brother though. It was two.
No,
No, it wasn't his Dan Spivey. That wasn't his brother. Yeah, Dan Spivey wasn't his
What was
brother.
the name of him though? Can't remember.
I don't know.
I ain't gonna
Towers or something, some
Oh
shit
yeah,
like that.
I remember that.
Yeah, they was
something
yeah,
about
because
Towers.
both of them was
No, that was him and Kevin Nash.
no. This
Wasn't
was
it?
this was before Nash when he was
But
with
when they was with Nash, it was the something Towers or something.
probably. So, I don't know.
You remember Hawk and Animal?
That was the Road Warriors. Nut.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
okay.
Road Warriors, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
They had the cool face paint, and mohawk in the reverse.
well. Even though that's my Mount Rushmore, I think my favorite wrestler was probably Savage. Macho Man. That was my favorite wrestler.
I think mine was like I used to like Sting, Ultimate Warrior.
You like a whole lot of dudes who put paint on their face. See, you can relate because you put a whole lot of paint in your head and on your beard, so you can relate. Hey, Black, he can relate to that shit, right?
It's always bald head motherfuckers got something to say. Bro, I used to like that, bro. Sting wasn't the shit, bro.
No.
Come on, bro.
No.
Ultimate Warrior.
No.
Yo, who had more energy than Ultimate Warrior, bro?
He was good for a 10-minute match, and then he was burnt. Yo, what else? Do you have Hulu?
Yes.
Is a series on Hulu called Beyond the Mat.
I saw that. I watched
All of them?
I ain't watch all of them.
Watch all of them, yo. They'll tell you
watched
about
some
some of these dudes, man.
I looked at some of them.
These dudes ain't.
What about Lex Luger?
No. Nah, bro. You wasn't a real wrestling fan, I see.
I was.
You wasn't a purist. Let me say that. You wasn't a
I
purist. I lived that shit, bro. Like, literally, bro. Like, see, back in the day, you had, like you said, you had the NWA and you had, at the time, WWF.
Yep.
They used to come every month. Like, the WWE would come one week and the CW or NWA or whoever they wanted to call themselves was coming next week.
Right.
Because Baltimore was like on a border of both territories because wrestling was territorial back then.
Right.
So my dad used to take us to every single wrestling match, bro. Like, no cap. With no money.
Right.
Y'all just sneak in.
You sneak in.
He told us that story.
Yeah. Yo, with no money. No money, bro. No money. And we would always go way up to the, to the nosebleeds. My dad was like, yo, ain't nobody gonna sit up here. And sure enough, it was always empty seats up there.
Right.
Yeah, bro. I remember, hopefully it ain't no, you was ex-law, man. What it's called? Statute of limitations. They had to go to the grave to lock my father up now. But, bro, like back in the day before pay-per-view was really hitting like that, WrestleMania 3, I don't remember where it was, but they were showing it on closed circuit was what it used to be called.
Yeah, closed circuit TV.
Yeah, they were showing it on closed circuit down at the arena, bro. I never forget. My dad snuck us in there, bro.
Damn.
Like, cool. Yo, in a WrestleMania, bro. Well, it wasn't WrestleMania, but
right.
It was a showing at the closed circuit joint.
Wow.
Yeah, yo, my dad was a savage, yo.
Hey, he got good results.
He was a savage, yo. I don't know how he would do it, and he would always get us in there no later than like the ending of the first match. No later. I don't know how he did it, but he used to get us in there, man.
That's gangster, though.
Yeah.
That's some good shit, bro.
Yeah. That's a little history lesson on my criminal ass fault.
Terrible.
It was my guy, though, man.
Rest in peace, Bob.
Yeah, rest in peace, Bob. That's my guy, man.
Taught your son how to steal.
Yeah, he taught me how to be fucked
After
up.
service.
Yeah.
At a young age.
Yeah, that's all right. Taught me how to run fast, though, because when that door get popped open, you better be with him.
That's funny.
Oh, man. So what else we got, bro? We ain't got much more this week.
Nah, this is a chill week. We this is more like a catch-up episode.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, well.
Let's give up our events, bro.
Well, we're going to continue the good fight for Scott. GoFundMe is still up. We're gonna keep pushing that until he beat this thing because we know he's going to do it.
Yep, Scott Strong.
We got ISG First Friday event coming up this week at Dan's Cigar Lounge. I always plug them. Y'all know where it's at. Good brothers, good time. Might be a little warmer this weekend. I don't know the temperature for this weekend, but normally when it's a little nicer, people sit outside. So y'all want to come through that, man. That's a great time. Good people there.
We looking at rain Friday.
We looking at rain Friday? Well, won't be sitting outside. Sitting there in the fog with the rest of us.
Indeed.
Yeah. Got New Orleans Cigar Fest coming up, PCA, Convention Center, International Trade Show. That's April 11th through April 14th. Orlando Cigar Week from April 16th, April 20th. We got Charlotte Cigar Week.
Canceled.
Oh yeah, the damn show is.
Yeah.
I ain't update my notes. I forgot about that. That is canceled. I'm officially on a possible list, like it's a game of spades for Charleston Smokeout. I gotta check a couple things. I might be able to make that. That's May 1st through May 5th. Yeah, that's that. Then we got Houston Cigar Week.
Houston Cigar Week.
That's May 20th through the 25th. Y'all definitely know we're gonna be there. Then another event that just popped up, man. I want to tell people to, consider trying to make, because this dude be at everything cigar related, man. Cigar Life's guy, Dave, he having his 6th anniversary event, and also Cigar Mike birthday bash. They having it together.
I know that shit gonna be.
That's gonna be fire, bro. That's like you said. That's coming right off of Houston, though.
Right.
So I don't know.
That's during my recovery period.
Yeah, that's like the following week. So that's gonna be tough. But I might try to find a way down there, yo.
I know I ain't finding one. I'll be living in your guest room when we come.
Yeah. I don't want to butcher the city name. What's it? Lithonia, Georgia.
Oh yeah, Lithonia.
Lithonia, Georgia. 6947 Main Street in Georgia. That's gonna be on June the 7th. So that's what it's gonna be, bro. They the events. If anybody else got events coming up, man, feel free to hit us on Stay Smoky TV on IG. Let us know your event, and we'll plug you.
Indeed. Ain't no more events. I know Top Dollar Cigar Lounge, their second year anniversary party is April the 26th.
My apologies, Top Dollar. I should have put that on the calendar.
It's the 26th. They got, DBL coming down, Francisco coming to do some hand rolling. Oh, speaking of Francisco, it's his birthday.
Take a shot for Francisco.
Happy birthday, Francisco Almonte, the #1 roller.
Yeah.
DBL Cigars. They got him coming down. They got Los Hermanos Tequila and I forgot a bourbon company or whatever that's coming doing like the samples or whatever.
That's what's up.
We're trying to link up with them. Maybe we can shoot an episode with them before then so they can, tell us all they got in store.
Yep.
Coming up or whatever.
Yep.
And I also want to give them also a shout out for starting their GTG Curtis Bay chapter, the Fort. I like this. They got a lot of participation. They got a lot. It seems like they got a lot of members fast.
Well,
So yeah, their members really stick together, and yeah, they doing it down there. Like,
what's up?
I'm not in GTG, but I appreciate good organization.
Yeah.
So they got it working down there. So shout out to Top Dial and GTG the Fort.
What's what it is?
Yeah.
All right. So
right
what's that cinnamon doing, son?
Bro,
Cinnamon.
this joint right here, bro. I gotta get a box because I need to age them. So
I already told you.
Yeah, I don't know if this from the other one or this the pre-joint because it's good, but it ain't giving me that good cinnamon shit. It's good though.
Ain't no age on it.
Yeah, it ain't meshed together yet. So, but it's good though. So I'm
that
still
means you got to
giving
hold the other ones.
Yeah, I'm still get a 4 out of 5, 4 puffs out of 5 with or without the hot sauce. So, it's still good, it's still smoking good and everything. So,
Well, this Cohiba hitting. I give it a 4. A nice little draw on.
Yeah, the
Pretty
original
nice.
the original
Yeah,
Series
it's
M was the best one.
Yeah, this it ain't bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't by no means am I saying it's bad. It's just it ain't overwhelming me. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's a good stick. Get a 4.
Okay,
Stay a 4 with the sauce.
that's cool.
Yeah. That's all we got, bro.
Yeah.
Quick week, quick little recap.
Yeah. So
Like your DC hat up there, brother.
yeah, my definition hat. Shout out to Jay, my hat. I lost my T-shirt in the parking lot in a drunken stupor.
Being drunk.
It was your fault.
I was drunk too. I couldn't save you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But that's all we got, man. So what we gonna do, light skin?
stay smoky, baby. Peace out.